all or nothing or thinking can lead our brains, with us following along, into this catastrophic spin of what could possibly go wrong, which leads to inaction. When we use this subconsciously, all or nothing thinking, we then subconsciously believe we either succeed or we fail. There's no in between, and our minds and our ego and every ounce of evolution designed to keep us alive will stop us from trying, because failure equals death. So in this video, I want to share some tools for shifting and creating an and life, where it's not success or failure equals death. Starting off, I want to share just a few examples of all or nothing or thinking. And again, these are usually subconscious thoughts. So it's not like you're consciously aware of your mind thinking these words, but subconsciously the essence of these strings is lying underneath the surface. So it could be something like, I'm Christian, but I'm curious about human design and energy work and astrology, but I don't want to leave my religion, so I can't follow these interests. Or if I do follow these interests, then I have to leave my religion, I have to leave the entire community and everything that I know to be true. And I'm going to be outcast by everyone because these beliefs are in contradiction to what this community believes. Another all or nothing thought could be, I want to start my own business, but I have to pay my bills and I can't leave my job because I have to pay my bills. So therefore, I can't start my own business because in order to start my own business, I have to leave my job. Another example could be, I want to change the direction of my business, but I don't want to alienate anyone, and my entire audience is here because of this one direction and this one topic or theme that I have created my business around. And if it doesn't work, then I'll have to start all over again, or I'll have to go groveling back and they might have already left, or they'll hate me because I've gone and changed paths. So if I make this change, my business will fail. And then let's take these examples and put and thinking into them. So that first example could, with and thinking, look something like, I don't know what this is, but I'm really curious about this energy, spirituality work, even though it falls outside what I've been taught in my religion. Maybe it would be interesting to read some religious texts with this different perspective and gain an understanding of how Jesus actually worked with energy. And if there's something that feels conflicting or that really troubles me, maybe that's a sign for me to look into it deeper or question the beliefs or the teachings that are new or that I've already had in my realm. The second example could sound something like, I want to start my own business so I can create more flexibility in my life. I wonder how I can rearrange my schedule to find some extra time to pursue this while I continue to work. And I wonder if I can set this up in a way that it allows me to not work this new business 40, 60 hours a week, but to set in some practices and some systems. How do I utilize systems and resources and maybe other people so that I'm not working 80 plus hours a week, but I can still maintain my current job while building something else? Or maybe I can find a part-time job or rearrange my work schedule to free up some more time in my week to focus on this other pursuit. And the third example could look something like, I'm really interested in this new theme or this new version, and I wonder if my current client base might also be curious about this, or maybe my interest in this is going to spark something in them, or maybe they interpret it in a different way and it can be applied in a way that works for them, even though my theme is different. And yeah, maybe I lose some clients along this journey, but maybe diversifying will also bring in some new clients, and I really enjoy where this is heading. My energy is excited for it, so maybe there's the possibility for a few of my clients to join me on this journey. I hope that those examples illustrated how the or version of thinking can feel really catastrophic for our mind and for our ego. If you take this leap, you're burning the bridge to absolutely everything that you know, to the entire life that you've created to this point, to everything that makes you who you are right now, and there's no turning back. And yes, that's an exaggeration, but subconsciously, those unchecked beliefs, those unchecked or thoughts create that reaction in the body. And when we create this and life, we're more likely to experiment, to change, to grow, to pivot. We're more likely to take action towards what we want to create, and really to be who we are here to be. The and life removes the finality and the extremes that or thinking creates. So like everything, this is a practice, and it takes time to shift, to adjust, to create these new patterns and belief systems. So I want to give you some practices and some questions to help you along this journey. So like everything, this starts off with some compassionate awareness. We can't change what we aren't aware of. And Maya Angelou's, when we know better, we can do better. When we know, we can change. So it's important to remember that this isn't about beating yourself up about what's been happening, but instead to use this compassionate awareness to recognize where you are now and to move yourself forwards. Then, as you become aware of these thoughts and beliefs, get curious and ask yourself some questions. Let's use the example of wanting to start your own business, but not wanting to leave your job so that you continue to support yourself in this interim period. What is the or belief here? I can only do one or the other. What am I making this or belief mean? Well, it means that I can't do both. What is the underlying fear or belief that's creating this or situation? Starting my own business can't support me. Is there a past experience that triggered this belief? Or is there a value that this belief stems from? Well, my parents were creatives and we were always struggling with money and security. And I value security and I want to avoid that insecure feeling around money. From here, I invite you to take a pause and to recognize the awareness and the work that you've done already. Getting to this point is huge. Bringing an unconscious thought or belief to your conscious awareness and approaching it with a place of curiosity is huge work. So take a moment and just recognize that in yourself. And then it's time to play with an and belief. And I want to highlight that there may be many and beliefs between where you are now and where you are heading. So this isn't a giant leap to the furthest version of this belief. There may be the current awareness, and then a stepping stone belief, and then another stepping stone belief, or stair steps to another belief. Coming back to our example, maybe you're not aware of what type of business you may even want to start. And so your and journey could start off with just recognizing some interests that you have that you may want to pursue as a business. As an example, it could be, I really love gardening, and my friends are always asking me for advice about my plants. I wonder if there are others who would also be interested in my experience with gardening. I wonder if maybe I could do a lunch and learn at work and create a bit of a presentation about gardening. Notice how this is a stepping stone. This isn't the finality of, I have to leave my job in order to pursue my passion of gardening and teaching it to others and creating a business around it. Or maybe you do know the type of business that you're looking to start, but you're uncomfortable going public with it. So some and beliefs or some and actions could be, what if I created a social media platform around this business? Or what if I started sharing some content about this topic on my personal social media? What if I just designed a website? Again, notice how this thinking isn't finality. It isn't, if I do this, I'll get fired, or I have to quit in order to do this. It's just taking a step. It's getting curious about it. It's talking about it in a different way. It's laying these foundational and beliefs. This is possible, and this is possible as well. These two things can happen in my sphere, and one doesn't mean the other one is dead. And finally, we take action. I will actually link down in the description box my freebie library, and in there you're going to find a tool that's called Your Next First Step. Note, this is something I put together years ago, but the tool itself is a way to help you to start taking small, incremental actions. When we have this all or nothing or thought process, we remove these in-between steps. The and thinking, the and life, includes these little tiny markers between where we are and where we're heading, and it removes the barrier to allow us to take these incremental steps forwards. I'm going to wrap this video here, but I have another one coming up that builds off of this concept as it relates to restriction and our cycle of restrictive patterns and restrictive actions. So if you are enjoying this content, please give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, notification bell. Also, if you want a little bit more one-on-one information, one-on-one attention, you can find the link in the description box to work with me, and I will see you in the next video.